I, I
Nice.
love this book so far. So I'm almost done with it. I'm so sad that I'm almost done with it. It's
How many days did it take you to get that far?
I got it not last weekend, the weekend before. So I'll probably be done with it in the next 2 days. So it took me about 2 weeks to read it. Like,
Nice.
because I'm busy throughout my day, and I
Right.
maybe read the last hour and a half of my day before I go to bed.
That's awesome. I
But
like it.
it's like the perfect blend of smutty and story. Like the story is so good. It's about this girl. She lives in this awful place and then kind of gets stolen away to this magical land and meets this guy, and the guy is like um very like
Interesting.
smoky black, mysterious
She's
man,
not scared.
elven man. Yeah. And he's
It's
the
drawn
way
to him.
the author describes him, the author's called Callie Hart,
Uh-huh.
and the way she describes him is very like emo-esque. Like I keep waiting for him to like come in here on a skateboard, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
Um, but the story is so cool. Like I don't want to ruin it for everyone, but I really wanted to talk about that just because it's something that I am not very good about doing stuff for myself like all the time, you know? And so I was actually, after being in last time we were recording, we were talking about my down days, right?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
basically my depressed days. Whenever I'm depressed, I was like depressed for a week, but I call them down days because I don't want to stay depressed because I like to be in denial. I'll live my life there for a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
No. I'm glad you found
Um,
yourself back to reading,
yes,
getting that spark
it,
again.
it was very good. And my mom gave me another book too to read after this because I'm really sad that the next one doesn't come out until November. So my
So
mom was
with
like,
this one,
I've been waiting for like a year.
what part has you like in the part of the book, and I know you don't want to ruin it for everybody, but like what is it that you're looking forward to towards the end? Like you want to know what is it? The suspense that keeps you in suspense and wanting to
There's
go back
two
for
things.
more. Like the
Yeah,
relationship, they're getting connected.
right. Because so that's one part is that like they're pretty much fighting in the beginning. Like they don't like each other and they make it
Yeah.
apparent. Well, she makes it apparent. Um, he is very clearly like toying with her because it's funny. He thinks it's funny. It's not like a serious thing for him. It's kind of serious that she needs to be there because he needs her there for certain abilities that she happens to have.
Mm,
And so it's more like I need you to save my people. That's why he took her in the first place.
right.
So it's like very business in the beginning. And then now I'm getting to the point where like, okay, they've been doing all the smutty things, but it's still not like serious. And now it's getting serious. They're like, wait, do I love you? And so it's like that part is like happy. I'm like, oh, they're actually
So,
holding hands. Great.
so that is like the typical where that person is a polar opposite. They can't stand each other. And, but now they're starting to pick on each other and like getting closer and finding attraction, I'm guessing. So, like,
Yes.
what's going to happen? I get it. So,
The best
I,
part is that she left her brother behind, and they went back and got this. So they struck a deal. She was supposed to go. She was trying to go back and get her brother because her brother was still back in her land. He
oh,
went to go and get her brother for her with the deal that they made. He brought back her ex on accident.
oh, now he's a problem.
Yeah. So I'm kind of waiting to see if brother ever even makes it back because I feel bad for her brother. And then what's going to happen with that whole situation? Those are the two things that I'm like,
Yes.
see what
Yes.
happens.
Oh, that's so exciting. I love that stuff. And it reminds me whenever I'm putting on my makeup, I am like surfing through Instagram or TikTok, and then they have like the shorts. The shorts,
Oh, yeah.
it's like stories. Um, I don't know who creates them. There's like different ones. And then I started listening to one that was like a werewolf kind of and it's so funny because I don't read them now, but when I was a teenager, it was like werewolves, vampires, like all of that mystical creatures and stuff was what I was into. And when I started hearing the shorts, I'm like, oh, what happened? But you have to buy the subscription, so I never finished the story. But I am intrigued on one of them because they're supposed to be like a bond or they're supposed to be like connected soulmates. But this other girl is um trying to be the one that's the soulmate of this guy. So she went to like some kind of lady to cast a spell on him so that he thinks it's her, but it's actually the other girl. And the other girl's getting hurt and getting, becoming the target because they just don't want them to find out that it was actually the other girl. But then like it stops you right before you find out so that you can buy the subscription. I'm like, I refuse to buy the subscription. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear more about your story.
Yes. If you want
Yeah.
to borrow it after, I can give it to you. You can get back
Yeah.
into reading with me. We can do a book
A book club,
book podcast.
right? I see a lot of those that they have little book clubs and they get together and then they'll talk about the book. That would be good.
That'd be cool. So, what crazy things happened to you this week?
You had that week of down days, like what you called it.
Yeah.
I had the week of I was trying to swim above water. I mean, I had great things happen. I had some closings. One of them was very special because we had been on the market and we actually got under two contracts and like those didn't go through. So this one was like, please let it stick. And it was a condo. Condos are very difficult because of like their high HOA fees and their regulations and all just to even get the certificate, HOA certificate. It's a lot of money and it's just not everybody understands the how much goes into a condo. So that was closed. Great. I was excited. There was another incident, and I talked to you about, and it was just kind of frustrating because you can control the actions that you take. You are able to, if something's not going according to plan, you are able to react and move things around to make things happen. But when you are counting on someone else to get things done and that person does not communicate to you that they're not able to meet that deadline, that person did not give me enough time to go to plan B, or even warn my clients. And it was a disappointment more of, there's like two disappointments. One, I was disappointed that I let my client down. But two, I was disappointed myself that this person let me down. And I'm like, how you like broke the trust, had I known before, like right when you felt like you weren't going to be able to meet that deadline or do what you said you were going to do, I quickly, called another company, try to get them scheduled in to see if it was possibility for my client to be able to squeeze that in. But they had already 2 days of giving me time to get this done. And that company I called, they were like, yeah, we can get it done today in 2 hours. 2 hours later, and I'm like, oh my God, great. But when I was talking to the client, they were like, oh no, sorry, we're already moving in and we can't stop that process. And it it was just a lot of disappointment. It just made me think, when it comes to professionalism, keeping your word, there's just so much that there's people have to learn, like we have to be able to trust each other. We have to be able to communicate. I think that being afraid to tell someone the truth, it's just be honest and transparent and give the person time to do something about it, to act on it. When you don't communicate, you allow things to happen for fear. And I don't know if it was fear, and that's where I'm going to go with it. I really wasn't given a good reason. But that to me is, it's like you broke a commitment, and you didn't give it a chance to give for me to react. And it's just, I don't know how to explain the feeling, but I feel better now. As far as me, if there is a deadline, the person does not meet the deadline, just go to plan B. I have no, if you have the opportunity to give yourself some grace, some time, great. But if there is something that it like needs to get done by then, and then if it's not done by a certain time, like, and you haven't heard a confirmation from like the vendor or whoever that they're getting it done at that time, go ahead and get your plan B, because you're already giving that person, enough time, if it makes any sense, without saying everything. So that to me, that kind of put me like down for a couple of days, because this relationship really, like, it's really special to me. It's a builder. It's, I've done, like it's a long relationship that you want to keep fostering and keep growing. And they gave me grace. They understood, and, that it was outside of my control, but still, like, take care of those relationships. It's there because of our clients. That's why we're in the business that we're in, and that's why we're growing, because of them. So I take that very serious, and that's how my week kind of ended with that. But I recovered. I was very honest with my clients, and I asked for forgiveness. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I wasn't given no one said sorry to me for what happened.
You were not privy to the whole situation, and when it was addressed,
yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm at peace with it.
okay,
I
good.
don't. Is it just me, or your screen looks a little pixeled with?
Your screen looks a little pixeled too. I think it's just Google Meets.
What?
I think that's just Google Meets.
Okay. You look, you're fine the way you see it.
Yeah, I'm fine the way I see it. You're like a little pixel, but not enough. You look you saw the videos of us, right? That's how you look now, but like with better lighting.
Okay. I don't know. I can't see
So I
you,
have like
but
a
it's
lag
okay.
or something.
Let me show you.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait, what am I showing you?
Just share your screen real quick.